Hey guys, and welcome back to Nights into Dreams HD for the final part of the story. Take it away, Rich.
So we are now heading to Stick Canyon. Yeah.
The revival, don't call it a comeback.
When Nights into Dreams HD got announced, it was with a HD screenshot of kind of the map of this level. So if you just saw in the little circle in the level select screen, there was a little thing that showed Stick Canyon. That is what was released in HD.
Okay.
And it was just like, ooh! But yes, this is easily the hardest stage in the game.
Well, you'd expect so, being like, what, the second to last level?
Yes. Well, you mean, you kind of expect the last level to be the most difficult, but then I suppose the way that they've got it set up is that the Twin Seas level is there to be kind of uplifting and kind of exciting, and it's just being like, hell yes, I rock! Whereas this is actually a challenge.
The final challenge is Wiseman. I think the final level is just meant to be you are breaking free of the bonds that have held you back, and now it's time to fly.
Essentially, yes. But as you will see, this is actually the only level in which I am going to run out of time in the middle of a mare.
Okay.
Because it's very easy to get lost in Stick Canyon. Because it's not really clear where everything is. And you need to go into these things
Okay.
to progress.
Okay, this I've seen before, if only because I was having a little look at the footage. I was like, my god, Richie, you can't control this worth of shit.
Well, it's difficult to control.
Have you actually played the Knights minigame on the iToy?
No, I haven't.
You basically have to mimic like how he's like got his arms stretched out and whatnot to fly, and I wasn't very good at it. I think my favourite one was the Sonic one on there. Well, obviously it would be, wouldn't it?
Of course it would.
Actually, you know what? You've done a lot of looking up. Let me look up and I can read off some of the things.
Okay. I mean, the thing is that I would compare this to the Gringotts section of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, probably.
Jesus.
In that momentum, except it's really confusing momentum, because it's not just a track that's going more or less in a straight line, it's just got curves. This is a thing that's going up and down and all around.
So, thank you. Nice one. Alright, I'm just going to kill some time here. The game's Sonic the Hedgehog. You basically run down a round tunnel, you got to collect rings and Chaos Emeralds, and it's kind of like the special stage in Sonic 2, Heroes, and especially Sonic Rush. Samba de Amigo, you pick a song, then you got to hit the targets. I think you got to like mimic maracas for that one. Choo Choo Rockets. Not really sure how that one works. Let me just talk about how Knights works. You can read the rest yourself. Knights must be controlled and navigated through rings, collecting chips along the way by raising the arms into a flying position and adjusting them along the way. Good luck doing that right on your first go. My favourite one, I think, is the Crazy Taxi, where you literally have to shout to get the taxi's attention.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I believe it's either this mare or the next mare that I'm going to run out of time.
So does that mean you have to redo the level?
No. Essentially what it means is that we just have to get Elliot to do all the heavy lifting for us.
Ah, okay. Well, it's about time he put his fucking back into it.
Basically what happens when you run out of time is that you are reverted to kid form, and then you're going to be chased by a demon alarm clock.
Okay.
That is, if you get caught by it, it's going to wake you up. If you avoid it, then you are going to be fine.
Christ, remind me to try harder in my dreams next time.
But yeah, you can probably tell why I end up running out of time in the section, because it's just really confusing.
It's just a tower structure you gotta go up, really.
Yeah, it's a tower structure you've got to go up, but you can't see the things falling above you. And you've still got to make sure that you've collected all of the items, well, all the blue chips, and then trying to find out where the Idiocaptor is, and just go, oh, good grief.
Jesus.
So, thankfully it's there.
Like, if you can do that skillfully, good on you.
Yeah. But then you have got to get back on this thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily go any quicker than this.
Ah, okay.
So, as you will see, I'm going to run out of time on this thing.
Man, what an embarrassing position to be in when that happens.
Exactly, yes. And I'm pretty sure that when I played the game the first time around, it happened then as well. I don't know how I meant to... Well, I know exactly how I meant to avoid it. You've got to, actually do well on the first bit so that you get to this point with enough time remaining.
Uh-huh.
But that's easier said than done.
Yeah, get good is what you're trying to say.
Pretty much.
It's your dream, you can fail however you like. Oh no, Elliot, do all the hard work. Oh, I didn't realise Elliot was going to appear on that.
So, there's the alarm clock that's going to try and kill us. I am desperately trying to collect my blue chips so that, I can get at least the top rank possible now anyway.
Uh-huh.
Thankfully we weren't that far away, but I can now only get a D because I ran out of time.
Oh, very disappointed, Richie, very disappointed.
It's a C overall, and I'm going to rock the boss fight, so it's all good.
Okay.
And the boss fight is Reala.
Yes. Shadow before Shadow was Shadow.
Actually, one of the only bits of dialogue in the entire game.
Oh, good job they didn't bother to include subtitles then.
Basically, he says, Bia de Chinoa Knights. Which apparently, according to Yuji Naka, means let's go, knights, in sort of a fictional language created for the game.
So it wasn't until the sequel they started to speak English.
Exactly, yes. But yeah, Reala is, for all intents and purposes, a knight's clone. He died really, really, really quickly.
Really? Yeah.
But I really like the fight, and I really like Reala in the sequel. The fight's so cool. And Reala as a character is nice because he is a kind of direct mirror of knights.
Is he a Nightmarean?
Yes. Reala's a Nightmarean, and technically Knights is as well.
Okay.
Because they're all created by Wiseman. Except Knights rebels, and is a playful jester, and so wants to help the kids rather than trying to kill them.
Jesus Christ, isn't scaring enough?
I mean, I don't think they necessarily kill them, but it's more kind of have their nightmares and eat all the good dreams.
Okay.
So it's essentially break them from the inside.
I'm not really sure what's worse, physical torture or psychological breakdowns. Whee! Ow. Oh, here we go. Here comes the growth.
Mm-hmm.
Believe, Elliot, believe! Off to Neverland.
I would actually say that Elliot's Twin Seeds is more difficult than Claris's. I think it's just because, I don't know, the way they've laid it out is slightly more difficult to get through. And I think I have to do a few more kind of laps to get everything.
Are you not expecting me to interject with, yes, you're right, Richie, because never played it, sorry.
But it's still so cool.
It's a great reward for going through all that stuff.
Well, exactly. And it's like, it's at this point that, as much as I do have a bitch and a moan about Nights into Dreams, it's at this moment it's just like, yes, this is the Nights I love.
This is the payoff, this is what I expect when I think of, like, flying in dreams and such.
Exactly. And, like, I just can't help having a little jig to this song. It's great.
Can't imagine you jigging for some reason.
Now, the slightly frustrating thing about Twin Seeds is that you have got to collect all of the blue chips. So, if you miss one, you are going to have to go back and pick it up.
Oh, I've just been horribly reminded of the special stage in Sonic Lost World 3DS for some reason.
Please don't remind me of Lost World. It's terrible.
You remember when I live streamed that?
I honestly cannot remember. I've probably blocked it out of my memory.
Okay, well, for reference, my 3DS is tied to, like, wires and such, and I don't really have a lot of room to move. Normally, when doing a special stage in a Sonic game, this isn't a problem. But for whatever reason, they decided to make the special stages in Lost World 3DS completely motion control exclusive. So you have to literally move around with the 3DS to move Sonic. And I'm sorry, but I don't have room to swivel in a circle.
Yeah, at that point I'd just be like, no. Never. Ever.
Got better things to do with my health and my time, thank you very much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, don't worry, Knights, I'll get to you eventually.
Yeah, we just need to get the idea before we can move on. And I'm going to be cutting it really fine throughout this, because we only have 30 seconds left, and I need to get 20 blue chips and get to the idiot capture. Thankfully it's just there, so it's not too far away, but it's getting all of the blue chips and getting there that's the problem.
If you'd hit any of those spike balls, you probably would have lost.
Probably, yes. But you can see how clutch this is going to be.
I'm waiting. Oh, it's going down to the wire. Oh, Jesus.
It's not as clutch as I'm sure some other things that people will see at some point will be, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty clutch for me because I like to do things with enough time to spare.
Be free, little knights. And away we go.
And now we go and face Wiseman again.
Is it the same boss fight?
It's exactly the same boss fight, yes. It's not going to go as well as the run against Claris, well, with Claris went. If only because that was like my third time fighting the boss rather than my second. But still, having the nice gradual improvement in terms of actually recording it was nice. Because my first run of Wiseman wasn't great, so I'm quite glad I got to just kind of remove it.
Well, that's what practice is for, mate. Whoa, okay. For some reason it seemed like there were a lot more asteroids than last time.
I think it's because I ended up closer to them than when I was with Claris.
Visual trickery, I guess. Is there anything left to say here as we're about to complete the story?
I like Nights into Dreams. It's not as good as I would like it to be. I do think Journey of Dreams is better. I will certainly argue that point again and again and again.
Whee!
But, kind of, I really want to see another Nights game. Please, for the love of God, Sega, give me something.
I don't know, Sonic Team, I don't know how they're doing nowadays. I haven't really heard any updates from them, but they're somewhat struggling, aren't they?
Well, yes, but if you can't get Sonic Team to do it, let somebody who actually knows what to do with a Nights game make a Nights game, because I'm sure, like, you could create something absolutely magical. They just need to kind of tweak the formula, and then they've got something.
Do you think the gameplay is sufficient enough for like a $60 release, though?
If they did something along the lines of Journey of Dreams, yes.
Well, a lot of people didn't like that, so maybe just like a downloadable title with like free DLC would work wonders.
That would work as well, yes.
Because it's a very arcadey kind of game. This is something I wanted to mention at the start. A lot of Sega's properties feel very arcadish. Like, you know, Sonic, you got your Virtua Fighter, you got the Crazy Taxi, Knights.
I think you're right on the money there with the arcadey type gameplay, definitely.
Alright, just gonna leave you here. Hope there's no nightmares. Oh no, I'm fading out of time.
It's because he's waking up.
Well, see ya. Intertwining stories. Don't you just love it when your hair matches your bedspread?
Well, it's because somehow they have pink and blue hair. Cause,
it's
yes,
anime,
normal.
Richie. It's anime.
Well, yes, but it's even more anime than general anime.
Dude, come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Gonna pwn the shit out of these red shirts.
Well, considering Elliot's basically going to fly, yes.
Michael Jordan, eat your heart out. Owned.
You just kind of want like a massive explosion there, don't you? Just to go, oh yeah!
Elliot, don't you?
And now, because he's a badass baseball star guy, the bullies like him now, so they're not going to pick on him.
Richie. But baseball?
Basketball.
This is worse. Actually, you know what? I'll leave that, because it's a Hell Dragon thing, and you'll find out in Mega Man 6. I'll tell you once we finish recording.
Oh dear.
It's got to tie up this story, Fred.
Yes, we do. It's exactly the same as it was in Claris's story, but it's still lovely, and it's nice kind of now that you have the full story, what little there is of it.
What little there is, yeah. See, there's no one here.
I know, it's weird. Maybe it's like the dress rehearsal.
Maybe.
Although why they'd let a random child in for the dress rehearsal, I don't know.
Well, this song has nothing to do with basketballs. I don't care. Maybe you could actually try singing a song instead of humming. Get off the stage!
Well, I mean, the thing is that this is sort of NiGHTS' theme, in a way.
Yeah.
So that's why it's there. Ah. Always do love a happy ending.
You are a big softie, Reggie, but that's why we adore you. Alright guys, that was the story of Nights into Dreams. We'll see you next time when we take on Christmas Nights. See you then.